Hi, how's it going? This is Rez, and I'm calling for YouTube, and I'm here to do two videos tonight. So sorry for the delay. My first video is how I would turn, how I would have turned Victoria Winter's heel. This video was actually inspired by John Philip Betancourt, who is a fan fiction writer and a very, 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 very talented fan fiction writer. He wrote a Dark Shadows book that is, he wrote for 5 years. Sorry, 5. And in that blog, he turned Victoria Winter's heel, and the name of the blog was The Return of Dark Shadows. And what an amazing job he did. So, how would I have turned Victoria Winter's heel in the original series? Because we all know Alexandra Isles, she wanted to be a heel. They wouldn't make one. And, this is how I would have did it. So, this would have been done for the Leviathan arc. Instead of turning Elizabeth heel, Victoria would have been your heel. And this is how I would have did this. Elizabeth is arguing with Paul Stoddard. She doesn't want him in the house. He's sort of arguing back with her. And they're both in the drawing room. And Liz has her back to Paul. She just, she doesn't even want to look at him. So we hear the doors of the main house go open and shut, and Paul's on the other side of the room. He's sort of just, he's sorry for what he's done. Liz doesn't want to hear it, obviously. Why would she? And I don't blame her. And we hear Liz say, "I think you should just leave." And right before Paul says something back, we hear a voice say, "I think Elizabeth is right." And the voice sounds familiar. Elizabeth turns around like, "Wait." And standing at the entryway of the drawing room door is Victoria Winters, is Alexandra Isles. So, Elizabeth is smiling, as is Victoria. Sorry about that. And Victoria walks toward Elizabeth. There's this big embrace. "Oh, Victoria, I can't tell you how much I missed you." Alright? "Oh, I can't tell you how much I missed you too." And, sounds sincere. Then you hear click. And you see Joan Bennett's face. Her eyes have gotten big. Like, what just happened? "I missed you so much, Mother." And Victoria Winters kisses Elizabeth on the cheek, backs away, and we see the switchblade knife sticking in Liz's stomach. And Paul instantly rushes over like, oh my God, he can't believe it. He wasn't expecting any of this. Victoria screams, pointing. When Paul walks over and pulls the knife out, Liz drops and is bleeding, and she's laying there. She looks dead. Victoria screams. Paul has a knife in her hand. She's pointing at Paul. Roger comes in, sees Paul with the knife, thinks he did it, and why the hell wouldn't he? Later, we're at the old house. Barnabas has sort of been, not really following the plan of Jeb. And as he comes, down the stairs, he walks past one chair, doesn't see Victoria sitting in it, and she's holding a revolver. She tells him, "It's good to see you, Barnabas." He turns on and goes, "Victoria, what are you doing?" "No, I haven't. It's good to see you." And then she points the gun at him. She starts loading the gun, starts spinning the chamber, playing Russian roulette with him, telling him, it's dangerous to play games, real dangerous, and playing games that are dangerous have consequences. And I would have had Victoria shoot him in the shoulder, not killing him, just shooting him in the shoulder as a warning for sort of disobeying the Leviathan. Here's where things will get interesting. Barnabas thinks Victoria's pure evil. He doesn't know what to make of it other than that. What Barnabas doesn't realize is what we would see later. We would see Oban, I forget the leader, I know it starts with an O. I can't pronounce it either, so I'm bad at pronunciation. So we see a hand in front of Victoria Winter's face and finger snap. Like, what did I just do? What did I just do? Then the finger snap goes back under his control. She's being controlled by them, using her to enforce their rules. That's how I would turn her heel. That's how I would do it. I got another video to do. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, because it's already 1 a.m. Alright guys, you guys have a good day.